NCAA made some news last week. It announced a change in the transfer portal for men's and women's basketball. The portal is not going to open until after the national championship game. The previous opening date was during the second week of the NCAA tournament leading into the Sweet 16. And also the window to enter the transfer portal is only 15 days long. Now that's only to enter the portal and declare that you want to transfer. Student athletes will still have until the first day of school to enroll in their next destination. So don't you worry, we're still going to have the long protracted process to keep track of in the transfer portal. Andy, you wrote in your Cats' Corner column for Hoops HQ. You like this rule change. Why?
Yeah, I mean, it was really ridiculous that the window for entering the portal, originally it was like right after the season, and then that was only a year. Then they changed it to that second weekend. And I witnessed it with myself and covering the NCAA tournament the last couple of years, especially 2 years ago. I'm at the Sweet 16 Elite Eight in Boston, and we're waiting on the court for Brad Underwood to come out, Ryan Dutcher for the practice day. Where are they? Oh, they're in the back on Zoom trying to get players for the following season. They're about to coach the biggest game of the year at that particular time, and they have to worry about the portal. It was absolutely ridiculous that that was going on during the tournament. The teams that might have ended their season late February or early March had this whole jump on getting into the transfer portal and working everything out. Will there be tampering? I'm sure there will be tampering. But the fact that you can't even enter it until after the Final Four really should, I underscore should, allow the coaching staffs, for the most part, to focus on the task at hand, the most important thing, which is trying to win a national championship in that tournament. And it was all levels. I mean, I talked to Butler, head coach Thad Bond, and their staff. They were at the Crown tournament, that new tournament last year in Vegas. The whole time they said if they weren't practice or the game, they're in their hotel room Zooming for the following season. So it really made no sense that it was taking away from the best part of the year to try to look at next year. And I also would say this, like I can't speak to Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss because he might have done that anyway. But I really think that Jay Lucas, because it was a head scratcher last year, but he leaves Duke. He's the essentially 1 or 1A top assistant. And they had a chance to win the national championship. We know they almost did. They got to within a whisker of the title game, but he leaves because the Miami job's open. Why does he leave during the that part of the year? Because he needs to get a jump on building a roster because the portal's open. Now, if the portal's not open, does that happen? It may not. Maybe he can at least finish what he started, which is trying to help Duke win a national championship. Players will at least be able to play through their postseason. Coaches will be able to coach during that time. And I think it was one of those times that every coach I talked to and read in our column, they all are 100% in agreement that this is the right thing to do.
Yeah, a lot of common sense in this rule change. I totally agree. The optics of all that were weird. And football has a big problem in this respect with its calendar. And so it's a lot to work out. Good move by the NCAA. The madness for transferring will start after the season is over. And Hoops HQ will cover it all. I'm trying to get as much sleep as I can because covering the transfer portal is a lot more work than even covering college basketball. Now that we're launching the Hoops HQ show, we're offering a great discount. How about 66% off an annual subscription for the year 2026, $20.26. You get an annual subscription. Go to hoopshq.com/subscribe. Enter the coupon code podcast